I'm Steve Hackett and this is Guitare Sèche. So I'm going to play a couple of things from the Wolflight album. Just a few phrases from the track Earthshine, which is something with acoustic guitar. What I've got is a tuning with the guitar which may be of interest in that it's the two bass strings are taken down a tone. So we take the A string down to G and the E string down to D, which means that you can get a G chord. All of this works. You're essentially playing an open chord with little bits of variations. So you have a D chord here and then a seventh chord, but it's got a G in the bass, so the D7. Back to G and another variation of the D7. So I'm using that for the track Earthshine, and it's a little bit like Chopin, really. It has that effect. This thing is really going from major to minor. In a way, I think that's typical of some of the Russian composers and of Chopin. So I think that of it as very Slavic in a sense. And so much of the album that I've been working on has used that kind of thing, those kind of Slavic harmonies, really. Often what I'll do is I'll mix, the influence of that Russian stuff with techniques for the right hand that are more like the thing that you would expect from flamenco players. So if you have, so I'm using this to arpeggiate. So much of the album that I've worked on recently has got that aspect of Slavic or music from the north, kind of Norse aspect. You get this sort of thing cropping up on my album, and I think I really do enjoy that very much. There's something else I use as well, which if I take this B string down a tone, semitone, let's get it to settle, then you have the effect. Getting a minor, in other words. So the tuning, to remind you, is both the bass strings are down a tone, and the second string is down just a semitone. And then all the shapes that you start playing start becoming unfamiliar. But it produces harmonies that guitarists don't normally find. So I find it very useful, you know, just taking a normal shape that would normally be a D minor 7, and by flattening this stuff, using the same shape, it's closer to somewhere a world that's between jazz and between flamenco and classical, and I'm interested in that area where the two really seem to meet and speak to each other. So again, I'm using this technique. So it's just rippling forwards and coming back. And you can use other techniques with this kind of, if you were doing a triplet figure. Once you've learnt to master this triplet technique, like a galloping horse, I think of it as a horse galloping forward, like an animal. Then you can use it to move. You can move across the strings, so you're you can walk it across the strings. It doesn't have to be a fixed thing. So you don't seem to be moving very much at all, but you're getting a lot of notes out. Another technique is one where you do that. My hands are a little bit cold, so you have to appreciate that we go up and then we come back with this fan technique. It's important to have warm hands for this. The fan technique, to be able to do that, you really need stiff fingers here. It's like your hand being a block of wood. You're just turning it from the wrist. The fingers stay straight. You're doing like that. Imagine that your hand was a statue. You couldn't move it, and all you could move was the wrist. That's essentially it. But because I've discovered it for myself, I can't tell you what the flamenco name for it is, but it will have a name, of course. All of that. Other techniques, you know, for strumming. This one where you've got two fingers here is quite a good one. So it's just two fingers. Da, 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 da. And you can do it with more fingers as well, of course. This one, this is something that a flamenco guitarist showed me in Spain, and it's so you've got but essentially it's backwards and forwards, just